Whether you have been interested in Feng Shui for a while or whether you are new to Feng Shui, you probably notice that there's a lot of confusion in Feng Shui. There are several schools and they don't agree with each other. So today I would like to help you clear some ideas about Feng Shui, some concepts, so that you know where you stand and that you can make the right choices for the Feng Shui of your home. Feng Shui is the ancient East Asian art of space arrangement that teaches you what to put where so you can be happier, more successful, wealthier, healthier, and all of that. In simple terms, so that you can be more relaxed, get along with others better, and be more productive. Feng Shui started in China many years ago, thousands of years ago. And for a long time, it developed only in the country. And the school that today is known as Form School was developed from living in harmony and in constant connection with nature. So this school of Feng Shui would look at the land, right? And they would want you to look for an armchair formation. If you wanted to build a house or start a village, you wanted to build a temple, you wanted to have a flat surface, somewhat elevated with a body of water like a lake, a river, or the ocean in front of you, and you wanted to have a hill behind you and lower hills on the sides, so it's like an armchair, and it should be facing south because in the northern hemisphere where China is located, the sun comes from the south to make sure to guarantee that even in the winter you would have a sunny entrance. So that was Form School Feng Shui, and it developed for thousands of years without a name, though. It wasn't called Feng Shui at the time, it was just called the art from this or that master that practiced it. And so Feng Shui at the time, the different schools of Feng Shui had the name of whoever the teacher was. What happened about 2200 years ago is that there was a huge change in China where it went from being rural, a country that was mostly based on agriculture. It had an explosion of cities, of urban places, villages, and larger cities than they had ever had. So when you have a lot of people living in a city, you can't look for that harmonious side and having that constant connection with nature. In a city, you are stuck with your blocks and your plazas, and you have buildings on the sides of you and behind you, right? And so at that time, when that happened, there was a rift in Feng Shui. Some of the masters decided that the way to solve the Feng Shui dilemma of being in a city instead of being in the country was to use astrology and numerology in order to find the luck of the inhabitants of a building according to astrology and numerology. So that is the one branch of Feng Shui that is called Compass School Feng Shui. And that is the type of Feng Shui that talks to you about negative and positive compass directions and has you calculate one numbers, which use your date of birth to find out which your positive and negative directions are and all that. The problem with Compass School is that it makes people fearful because now you're thinking there's 4 directions that are good for you, there's 4 directions that are bad for you, and then you start avoiding the rooms in your home that are in the bad direction. You become afraid of your home if somebody has told you that your front door is facing a bad direction for you. People end up making weird choices in terms of furniture arrangement, trying to face their positive directions and staying away from their negative directions. And it's just fear-based. When people try to apply Compass School Feng Shui, unfortunately, they end up with bizarre-looking spaces. The result of applying Feng Shui should be a home that is beautiful, that has good energy, where people live in harmony. The other group of Feng Shui masters started looking at the city as a different kind of challenge, because when people start living in cities, they are living in boxes surrounded by boxes. And people were not designed to live in such a state of disconnection from nature. The approach of this branch of Feng Shui that came known as Form School Feng Shui was to continue to look for that harmony and that connection with nature. And since it wasn't there, to create it. So you start seeing as other buildings as if there were hills on the sides and hills behind you. and you are looking for areas in the city that could be the equivalent of a valley in the country, so that when you build a home, that home is facing an open area instead of a really large building that would be like having a mountain in front of you. They also focused on bringing nature into the home, and with the use of plants, water fountains, aquariums, and also images of nature, they started creating home environments in the cities that reproduce the harmony of the natural world. This branch of Feng Shui, form school Feng Shui, is what I have based my system on. The 9 steps to Feng Shui system that I created uses knowledge from form school Feng Shui, which is the most ancient school of Feng Shui, and combines it with knowledge from modern architecture, for which I train. I have a degree in architecture from the Central University in Quito, Ecuador. And these two things are combined by using the principles of ancient Asian healing, because Feng Shui is one of the branches of ancient Asian healing. It's medicine for your home. The result of applying the 9 steps to Feng Shui system is a life you love in a home that you are proud to show. If you want to apply the 9 steps to Feng Shui system to your home, you can do it by getting a consultation with me, or you can do it by taking a course. If you would like me to help you figure out which would be a better fit for you, schedule a 20-minute free meeting with me. You will see the link below so that we can chat about how to turn your current home into a dream home. I look forward to meeting you.